So I'm out here on the river with my buddy, old Yakfish Chris over there. Best dance moves in southeastern Pennsylvania, hands down. So we're going to be out here on the river fishing against each other. We have a little challenge going on today. And here's the deal. You're not going to know how he does after right now unless you watch his video, because you have to go see how he did to see who won. But what we're going to do is we're fishing for 5 fish, 5 biggest fish. In that best 5, there has to be a largemouth, there has to be a smallmouth, and we're also going to have that side pot competition of largest largest largemouth and largest smallmouth. And the kicker is we have to catch one of our 5 fish on the other's favorite lure, which in this case, my favorite lure is a jackhammer, so that should be fairly easy for Mr. Santoro. His favorite lure is a jig. That should honestly be fairly easy for me.
My body don't jiggle.
My body jiggles, so. And it wiggles.
Hey, it's cold.
It's a little chilly. Yeah, the water's a little cold, but you know, we're gonna get out here and get it done. I think we're in a good spot today. I think there's gonna be, we got 61, 60, almost 62 degree water, and I think it's gonna be a good morning. So, I mean, hang tight, watch, and let's see what we can get done. We'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Not a bad fish at all for the first one. I don't know if Chris has any fish yet, but we just got our first one, 18.5 inches. Let's catch a couple more because we're gonna need it. Chris is a heck of a fisherman, so let's go. That was the third fish, 18 1/4. Good fish. That's the kind we need. We need 2 more of those and upgrade a 14 that we got as from our second fish. So, Chris, I hope you're catching them, buddy. I hope you're catching them. We're putting together a decent limit so far. So, talk to y'all in a bit. Got my fifth one, was a good largemouth, 16 3/4. We gotta try to catch one on a jig now. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. So. Just called up a couple inches. We still need to catch a jig fish, but I threw the jig around some stuff. But this jackhammer's still getting bit, so I don't care if I win a competition. I just want to catch fish. And if they're not going to eat the jig, I'm not going to throw it. What do you want to say about today, dude? Because I don't want to put you on the spot. But I don't
It's not your day.
I don't think you're gonna.
I caught a 10-inch largemouth.
You're not gonna have a video though, right?
Probably not.
Okay. So I'm not gonna brag or gloat, but I did win today. I would still highly encourage you to go over and check out Chris's channel. But there's something more important than Chris's channel that he's getting ready to start. Christopher, would you like to talk about that?
I mean, no, because nobody's gonna listen if I didn't catch a fish there.
Okay, first off, this dude is probably one of the best fishermen that I know, so don't let him BS you. He's going to talk about what he's getting ready to start.
Let's see, what am I starting? I'm going to start lunch soon. No, Foul Hook Fishing Podcast. It's going to be me and my buddy Garrett, and we're literally going to talk about whatever we want fishing related. So if we want to talk about the Elite Series, we're going to talk about the Elite Series. If we want to talk about Hobie BOS, we're going to talk about Hobie BOS. We're going to talk about drama. We're going to talk about why it shouldn't be drama. And we're going to talk about, like I said, anything. So 2 weeks will be the first episode. So what's today? May 25th. So expect the first episode the first week of June. And then we'll follow up with 3 more episodes by mid-July. So we'll have 4 in the next 2 months. Maybe more, but 4 for sure. So, yeah. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, the whole shebang. Wherever you find podcasts.
You got any guests line up yet?
Our first few episodes are kind of surprises.
Okay.
They are people we wouldn't expect to be guests on a podcast as such as ours. So,
sounds interesting.
Yeah, so we may or may not have some fancy people on. But we'll see.
Fancy people.
Yeah.
Man, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. I know you and I know Garrett. You guys have a wealth of knowledge to share with I don't want to say the industry, but the community, I guess.
Yeah, community is the best way to put it, because that's our target. We're not trying to be an industry podcast. We're not trying to get sponsors. We're not trying to sell you anything. We're just like you said, we have this knowledge.
Right.
How do we share it?
You know, it's funny because, when I first started kayak fishing, I was kind of 100% fangirling over Garrett Gensley. I don't know if he bragged about that or not.
No, that's the thing about Garrett. He's one of the most humble human beings.
Very much so.
He's got the brain the size of an elephant, even though his head isn't that big. One of the smartest human beings I know for sure.
Yeah, man. I actually, when I first started kayak fishing, Garrett was probably one of the first people I followed in the area. And, you guys were doing it before it was cool. You know what I mean? And, Garrett was putting up giant largemouth and smallmouth from out there at Blue Marsh. And I was like, man, I'm going to go fishing there. And I didn't catch a damn thing. I was like, this place is a dead sea. There ain't nothing to live here.
He still has his maps.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, he actually helped me out, and I seen him on the water one day. And real cool dude, man. I was, Garrett's a real good dude. And I think between you and him, that podcast is going to soar.
Yeah, it should be good. And Garrett's not necessarily fully in the kayak world anymore, so he's got one foot into I'm a fancy boat owner, and the other foot still kind of attached because he still is on the board of CKA, so he still does stuff with Carolina Kayak.
Well, sounds good, man. Thanks for fishing with me today. Sorry you had a rough day.
Oh, it was shit happens. I caught one 10-inch largemouth. If I have a video, it'll be on my channel. It'll probably only be about 4 minutes.
Do you got any cool shots of TMI?
No, definitely not.
None. Okay.
No, there's dead shad here though.
There is a dead shad down there. I can't get my camera. There it is. There is a dead shad that Chris keeps playing with.
Chunking bait for Bob Garbage Man.
Yeah, that's probably not something that a bass would eat. On that note, we're gonna leave it at that. Thanks for watching with me, guys.